this is not a live. This is just a video because I don't have time to go live. I mean, to make a video because I got to go to work. So I'm going to just say a few quick points without the clips and all that, because the videos are all over social media at this point. So I just want to say a few things and remind you, for the most part, this is not really like a live. This is just me not having time to actually do a video and cut out the clips and all that kind of stuff. Because one, I ain't good at it. Two, I'm on my way to work. But there was some things that just, I ain't gonna say even triggered me, but it was just like delusional one-on-one. Oh snap, I can't even call the girl nothing else. I can't call her 304. I can't do nothing. I can't do none of the sort, because at this point BrianaBattle is Delulu, at like delusional, like crazy, like out of control. Like somebody needs to help her. You know, these make-believe friends and family that's gonna support her and all this other kind of stuff. Somebody really needs to help her. Pops, Mr. Battle, you need to y'all need to do an intervention, because there is definitely something wrong. Now, this is all in contingent that there was actually no emergency room visit and all this other kind of crap. I don't know. I didn't see that video. I could not find it. Don't know if it was really so. But if the video that she released, so to speak, yesterday in the doctor's office was what she was making us believe, or attempting to make us believe, or her fans, not us, her fans rather, to believe that she was going to be induced and as you see, I say all that, y'all. Let me tell you, this baby girl is she ain't even no baby. She's just a grown ass woman that's just all the way delusional. So what I had to do, because first, the video is not at a doctor's appointment. Y'all know it's at a doctor's appointment, because y'all remember when she had went to have the ultrasounds with all the kids and all that kind of stuff. The couch is in there, and the TV screen. So that's her. I don't know if that's, well, I can't even say it's her high risk doctor, because she actually said her high risk doctor said yesterday or something else, or whatever the case may be. So I don't know which doctor's office she went to, which I don't really care, but I just know it wasn't an ER. Second off, I want y'all to remember, she also said a couple weeks ago or last week or whatever, she was gonna have to start going to the doctor every week or whatever, when she was prepping up for the point of the, you know. So y'all gotta remember that a little bit too. She, hey, but that was not an ER. That was not an emergency visit. That was a doctor's appointment for the ultrasound, because they do have some women who are a little, because first of all, I'm not gonna say they don't, but I know back in my day, because y'all know I'm grown, I'm old lady, I'm old. We didn't do ultrasounds every time you went to the doctor's office or every doctor's visit. Maybe because it was the military, or even for my, even for my second baby, who was actually high risk. You feel me? So y'all know I'm finna say some stuff. Who was actually high risk. We didn't even do ultrasounds every time I went to the hospital or to the doctor's office with him. Even when I was inside of the hospital, yes, I did say inside of the hospital for 6 weeks, attempting to keep my high risk baby. We didn't do ultrasounds every week or every time, the doctor came in. Okay. So I just wanted to say that. The next thing I wanted to say, because y'all know I had to write this down, because I had to go as I was listening to it. I was trying to, but anyway, as one of the content creators said, Alexis Grant, and she was 100% correct, they won't take a baby from you just all willy-nilly early, because the survival rate is not high if they take it from you 3 months early, or at 6 months or 5 months, or even 7 months for that matter. They will try to make you hold that baby as long as you possibly can, doing life-saving measures for you and the baby, unless it will harm you. You know what I mean? For that matter. If removing the babies from you is the only option for survival of your child or you, then they probably will, if the chance is higher, 50-50 or high, you know what I mean, they probably will. Okay, so at that, only for that. But for stress related illnesses, hell no. Well, let me rephrase that, because we got some new people these days, so I can't say that. But let me tell you an interesting story, okay, real quick. It's a quick one. So, okay, I had wrote it down, but I don't even need to write it down because it happened to me. So I had my 19-year-old. Now, mind you, let me go all the way to what happened. Mind you, I had cancerous cells, 4, stage 4, whatever. So I had to have, I had to have it surgically removed or whatever. In doing so, the doctor that I had was a botched doctor. Yes, botched doctor. So he ended up closing both of my tubes. Yes, I am telling y'all this. A lot of people, some people know, but not everybody. But anyway, so in order for me to have my 19-year-old, I had to have in vitro fertilization, which is fertility. Which is why I said from way back when she was talking about the Geritol and all that, I said she was a bullshit lie. She just couldn't say progesterone and all the other drugs that go along with fertility. And then once again, it came to true because they went to the doctor to get medication. Anyway, I be knowing. But anyway, and having my child IVF, because I had the surgery where they had to cut out parts, I just had to have the surgery. My cervix wasn't strong enough to hold my child, so I had to have a cerclage as well. Now, I was supposed to take it easy, but I had an office job. I worked in an office, but it was also stress related. And when I say stress related, I used to work 16, 17, whatever many hours a day, every day, whatever, like really, really stressful, because I ran an entire company type shit so it was very stressful. Plus I had baby daddy, and then I had my 26-year-old at home, but at the time he was like 6 going on 7. Okay, yes, I waited 7, whatever. So anywho, I ended up having placenta previa, and just not at this point not knowing exactly how bad the situation was. I ended up having to go to the hospital because it looked like a pig had been slaughtered, and just certain things that was happening. So I ended up going to the hospital, stayed there. They was about to let me go. The nurse said wait. She checked. Oh no, you can't go nowhere, because she didn't know if I was having a baby or was it part of the placenta previa situation, bursting or whatever. So I ended up staying. Now, I was in the hospital for 7 days. I didn't even tell you what ended up happening for me to get the cerclage, but that's something that don't matter. I ended up staying in the hospital for 7 days. I was supposed to go home the next night. I guess my baby said, oh no, you're not, because that night his heart had went off the monitor, right? And the lady in the hospital, the nurse, had the monitor paper upside down. So when the doctor came in that morning, blase, etc., she seen the rate. She was like, oh, F. And I was like, what? They rushed me over to the ER because they was about to do an emergency C-section. Now, mind you, my baby I was not even like, I probably was maybe 24 weeks. I have to look. I don't know exactly. Maybe 24 weeks. Yeah, they were about to rush me to the for emergency C-section. But as he knocked on the door to tell me it was time for the C-section, my baby's heart rate came back. And doing this was because his umbilical cord was around his neck twice and his ankle once. So every time he stretched or played, it took his breath. What it did to him. So at this point, I stayed in the hospital on 24-hour monitor. I had a Toco monitor and IV and oxygen 24/7, right? Mind you, they kept me in the hospital, right? Now, at this point, sometime during the next couple of weeks, my water broke. I'm telling the nurse it broke. She said, no, it didn't. I'm like, yes, it did. Yes, no, it did. She tested it. My water broke. I'm in the hospital. I'm on high risk. Do you think they took the baby? No, they did not. They kept it going with the IV fluids, and then every couple of hours, I think it was like 3 to 4 hours, they would come in and take my blood, check to make sure I didn't have an infection, right? Okay. Now, I don't think it gets any more high risk. Well, it does, but I'm saying not for like whatever. It gets more high risk than that. But this is really high risk. But I was inside that hospital. Okay, my water had broke. I had placenta previa. My son's umbilical cord was around his neck twice and his ankle once. Okay, he kept having decels in his heart rate. But guess what they did? They kept me in that hospital trying to ensure that that baby was going to make it to, I guess, just a gestational period. I can't say the word, but y'all know how that go. Period, right? Hold on now. Mind you, shortly after that, I went into labor twice. Not once, but twice. The first time they gave me a specific drug, magnesium, I think it was, to kind of cut the, stop the labor. And I was like hallucinating and all this other kind of stuff. And then the second time they got ready to give it to me, I was like, I don't want that no more. I don't want that no more. I was tripping. I saw myself running out the door, snatching the wires and tubes and more. I don't want that no more. So by this time, my son was 31 weeks. My son was 3 pounds at 31 weeks, but they held me in that hospital to ensure that my baby was going to be okay and that I was going to be okay and that I was not going to lose my child. Mind you, I'm in the hospital in the maternity area, and there is multiple women in there with twins that they got those ladies on bed rest holding those babies to to the survival rate is a little bit more than whatever. Now, mind you, I was in there with women who did not make, whatever, but it was not because, the doctor said, we're going to take it early because you're stress related. No. They're going to put you in that hospital. Well, they should put you in that hospital and help you, if you choose to. I don't know. But anyway, long story short, my baby is 19 years old today. He's 6'3", and baby, he's smart as a whip, building 3,500 diesel engine motors at 19 years old. Yes, and amen. 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 Never ever would I have thought to do anything different. What I wanted to tell y'all this too. Okay, so if y'all pay attention to that video that she did, okay, so the nurse asked, how are you? She says pretty good. Y'all remember that, right? Then the nurse goes on to ask about Thanksgiving. Now, if they finna take your baby, why would the nurse ask you what you doing for Thanksgiving? Like, what Thanksgiving is how many days, how many weeks away? Why would they ask you what you doing for Thanksgiving if you finna have come on. Okay, anywho. And then last but not least, I want y'all to pay attention to this very closely. The lady asked, so you having these baby natural, right? She said, yes. Inducing your labor is not a natural birth. If you in the hospital, you going through this and you walking around, they testing you, watching you doing this, till you got to they ask you to take the pee, which next time you go in the bathroom to take your pee, to pee in the cup, don't act like you got to stop crying. And second of all, wash your damn hands before you come out of the bathroom, sitting on public toilets again. I'm tired of you not washing your hands on camera. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. But anywho, so y'all just gotta pay attention. Y'all just gotta pay attention to this stuff, because this is the stuff that parents and people who have really gone through things actually see. You know what I'm saying? Come on. These are the small things that matter. I don't know anyone, oh Lord, don't hit me, man. I don't even know any doctor who's going to say, because of stress-related issues, we're just going to take the baby. I think that doctor should be examined with the board. I think that they need to do different measures. If putting you on bed rest at home is not okay, maybe you should go to a doctor that pulls you in the hospital for a week or two to see if this works. Maybe they could give you some IV fluids and feed you or whatever to make something. Dude, just don't let them just take your babies because you stressed out over. Like, this don't make no sense. No, not that it doesn't make any sense. No, this don't make no sense. Why get pregnant with some kids and bring them to this age if you're just going to do anything and everything that is not beneficial to them babies? Dude, don't be stupid. I mean, at one time in your life, you got to be smarter. You got to be more than just a baby mama. You have to be a mother. At some point in your life, you got to be more than a baby mama. It's time for you, BrianaBattle, Brianna Dominique Battle, or Duche, or whatever your name is, John Young, whatever your name is. It's time for you to be a baby a mother, not a baby mama or a side piece or a chick or